Extraction shooters are the latest new genre that everybody's having a pop at with differing success. Much like battle royales and zombie survival games before them, it seems like they are the latest genre that everyone and their mom is having a go at. Some, such as Tarkov and Hunt Showdown, are doing really well, even if they are stumbling here and there, whereas others, such as The Cycle, are dead on arrival. However, there is a brand new kid on the block that's stirring up some trouble, turning heads and dropping panties. So let's talk about... Hello, it's me, and in today's video, we'll be taking a look at a brand new game that's got all the Twitch streamers foaming at the mouth. I am, of course, talking about Arc Raiders, who had their first non-NDA technical test recently. Beating all internal expectations, Arc Raiders reached 20 million views on YouTube. It was also the 6th most watched game on Twitch and exceeded its wishlist expectations by 50% over what was predicted. All this happened in a single weekend playtest. Now, if numbers are anything to go by, it seems like this could be a big one. Anyway, I know people have clicked into this video and are thinking, what the fuck is Arc Raiders? So, let me tell you. Before we crack on, I want to ask a quick favor. If you like any part of this video, which you fucking better, I hope you click the like and subscribe button. It means the world to me, and it is a free way to support my content that you're enjoying. So thank you very much. Set in a retro future apocalypse, you take on the role of a raider, sent to the surface to loot whatever scraps of technology you can find. All of this in hopes to keep the last underground bastion of humanity alive, known as Speranza. Of course, it's never quite as simple as walking around looking for toasters to nick. The mysterious machines of Arc wander the surface and are deadly. Seriously, these things will fuck you up. Ranging from little scout drones to the decimating rocketeers, there's also some behemoths known as the Queen, which are, and I quote, pant-shittingly terrifying. Each one is a unique threat that you have to deal with certain strengths and weaknesses, but all are ready to fuck you up. To add to all this, you'll have to watch out for other raiders, because what's yours is theirs. You just don't know it yet. You'll start off using discarded nail guns and single-shot pistols, but eventually cobble together high-impact railguns and insane laser cannons. You'll upgrade your own hideout, level up and unlock skills while helping out the denizens of Speranza with a myriad of quests. All of this can be done with up to 3 players. I phrased that really badly. What I mean is a party of 3. Trios. Alright? You can play singles, duos, or trios. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, I got my fingers in the pie as soon as I could, and you know what? I'm genuinely impressed. The movement system was super satisfying, with all the characters feeling weighty yet still highly mobile. You got things such as zip lines, vaulting, mantling, and dodge rolling. The combat was exciting, thrilling, and heart-racing. A lot of games that you play nowadays, you kind of just don't really get the But this one was good. This game has a genuinely unique aesthetic. I honestly cannot think of anything else that I can compare it to in terms of how it looks. All I can say is that it looks damn good. I will admit though, I'm not huge on some of the cosmetics that they showcased. It's just not my vibe. The only major gripe that I know a lot of people have is this game is third person. Personally, I don't care, and I think the majority of people are just whiny bitches. Still, corner peeking is super easy to abuse, and I think it could create some unique design challenges going forward. For those who have no idea what that is, by the way, it's basically where you line the camera up so you can see round a corner without showing your character. It's pretty self-explanatory when I say it out loud, but there are idiots everywhere and they live among us. Normally, I'd simply say if you can't beat them, join them. But in this case, it could end up with a 10-minute stalemate as you just try and out-peek each other constantly, and I just don't think that's going to be very fun. That being said, I would hate this game if it was first person. The third-person camera angle lends itself to a more casual atmosphere, and that to me means a lot. Much like Tarkov, Arc Raiders has several maps, each one split into day or night, different weather effects, but in Arc Raiders they have special modifiers. Now these can be different points of interests, more robots, less robots, specific fauna, etc. I probably didn't play as much as I would have liked, clocking in at about 10 hours all in all. And I have to admit, I only saw 2 of the 3 maps were available, and I never played a night map because I am a massive pussy. Looping back round to the combat, it feels, as I said earlier, pretty damn good. Each gun feels tight and feedback is fantastic too, although there are no hit markers, which I've always been fairly give or take about. I always find hit markers are kind of a crutch. Time to kill is fairly short, and I spent more of my time face down, ass up than I care to admit. Even though I've hundreds of hours in Hunt Showdowns, as I mentioned before, I got ran through more than your mom on a night out. And now for probably the hottest take of this entire video, I would quite like some matchmaking. I think Arc Raiders could position itself more as a casual extraction shooter than what we've already got on the market, and matchmaking in some form would help this. It doesn't necessarily need to be hardcore skill-based matchmaking, but just some form of maybe a barrier to entry between levels 1 to 10, and then you're put in with the general player pool, or just something to ease a casual community into it. Without matchmaking, I get the feeling we'll see the first month of Arc Raiders be fantastic. And then, just like a lot of other games, the sweatiest and most optimized players will wipe the floor with any casual player who tries to join, and then we'll just never see the game grow, and that sucks. And we already see it a shitload in other games. Tarkov, for instance, has its best time just after a wipe. It's the best time to play the game. And if you play Hunt Showdown, you feel the pain of being in 6-star only lobbies. Generally, that game is the best around 3 to 5 stars. Obviously, as always, you're welcome to disagree down in the comments below. I can't stop you, but at the very least, I can ask you to keep it civil. Now, back to the good shit. For the cherry on top of everything else which slaps when it comes to combat, the game sounds great. I'm not exactly an audiophile because those people kind of freak me out, but this game has some of the best audio I've heard in a while. Generally, everything I've said so far is pretty glowing. The only problem is this isn't actually what I wanted Arc Raiders to be. Now, I know that's a really strange thing to say, but just hear me out for a second. When Arc Raiders was originally showcased, it looked to be this explosive PvE experience like nothing else I've seen. It looked like you went raiding with small groups of players and took down robots in this frantic, explosive action, kind of like Monster Hunter, but with robots instead. It gave me very multiplayer Horizon Zero Dawn vibes. They seem to have pivoted to what's popular in the market at the moment, much like Fortnite did back in the day with PUBG, and instead they've gone for an extraction shooter, and I can't blame them in the slightest. Last but not least, let's talk monetization. Originally, this game was going to be free to play, but it looks like they're changing for a paid-for model instead. I don't know how much it's going to be, but if I was to speculate, I'd probably say around $30. They also have battle passes as well. We saw 3 of them in the actual game, and they play out like Helldivers or Marvel Rivals, in which you get pages of different unlocks, and you can choose which ones you unlock when you want to. Once you finish the page, you move on to the next one. It is a shame to see it go away from free to play, but I kind of get it. At least it means there'll be a barrier to entry when it comes to hackers, even if it is a small one. The extraction genre as a whole has quickly become one of my favorites, and it's nice to see companies still trying to reinvent the wheel rather than just getting milsim after milsim after milsim. With Exoborn, Hunger, and Arc Raiders, extraction shooter fans are gonna be eating good. But with only so many players to go around, I wonder which ones will survive till Extract and which will just be more corpses added to the pile. Did you manage to get some hands-on time with Arc Raiders? If you did, let me know down in the comments what you thought. If there's any other games you want me to check out and talk about, also pop them down below. This is your second reminder to like and subscribe. It massively helps me out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Have an awesome fucking day, whatever you choose to do with it.
I've been drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie.